Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Super Citizen listeners. You are welcome to your newspaper review coming to you from Citizen FM 93.7. We are broadcasting live from Labour House here in Central Business District, Abuja. And today is 22nd of December 2023. My name is Okikiola Kosim. You are welcome. And we're starting with the Nation newspaper this morning. Emefiele, ex-minister, 14 others indicted in CBN probe. Investigators report shows massive plunder of Apex Bank. $31.78 billion naira paid to print new naira notes. €543.45 million fixed in British bank. $1.62 trillion naira COVID-19 fund uncounted for. The former central bank governor Godwin Emefiele and a minister are to face trial over the scandal that rocked the Apex Bank in the last 1 year. It was learned yesterday. After a 5-month probe, Emefiele, the minister, and 14 others who have been implicated in over 26.6 trillion naira fraud have been recommended for trial. Those implicated include former and serving top official of the Apex Bank. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. Petrol production begins next week at Port Harcourt Refinery. NNPCL completes mechanical rehabilitation. Dangote gets another 1 million barrel of crude. The federal government yesterday assured Nigerians that the production of petrol and liquefied natural gas (LNG) will resume at the Port Harcourt refinery after Christmas break. It said the optimism is based on the mechanical completion and flare startup of phase 1 of the 210,000 barrel per day refinery by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL). The test run of the facility is said to be ongoing. You can get the details of that news coming from the Nation newspaper this morning. Passengers overwhelm free interstate Yellow train service. There was a passenger surge yesterday as the free train service took off in line with the presidential directive. However, the bus transportation part of the program had not taken off yesterday. The federal government on Wednesday announced President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's approval of rebates for transportation during the yearly beginning yesterday. Get the details of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. 11 Supreme Court justices designate may be sworn in next week. The 11 justices designates of the Supreme Court who were cleared yesterday by the Senate will be sworn in next week. The Nation learned yesterday. Source said following the confirmation, the Senate will write the presidency informing it about the clearance. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. Reps invite CBN Governor, Finance Minister over Naira scarcity. Apex Bank warns banks, POS agents against collusion. Traders hoard Naira. The House of Representatives yesterday summoned the Minister of Finance and National Planning and Budget and Governor of the Central Bank, CBN, to explain why commercial banks are not paying customer over-the-counter and automated teller machine ATMs. The House also urged the CBN to immediately commence proper monitoring and supervision of commercial banks' activities daily to ascertain the extent of counter payments to customers. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will make Nigeria safe, says Information Minister. The federal government yesterday assured Nigerians that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will make Nigeria safe. It also restated that Tinubu's reform will begin to yield results next year. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, gave the assurance at a news conference on the president's achievements in Abuja. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. And moving on to this Nigerian newspaper this morning. President Tinubu running government of unity, stability, Maharaji G. Founder of One Love Family, Sadhguru Maharaji G, has described the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration as government of unity and stability, owing to some interventionist policies it has implemented so far. Maharaji G stated this at a news conference to mark his 76th birthday on Thursday in Ibadan. Get the details of that news coming to you from this Nigerian newspaper. Supreme Court reverses judgment in NMPP's suit seeking to affirm Abba Yusuf as Kano governor. The Supreme Court on Thursday reversed judgment in the appeal filed by the New Nigerian People's Party (NNPP) seeking to affirm its candidate Abba Yusuf as governor of Kano. In September, the Kano State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sacked Yusuf as governor of the state. The tribunal deducted 165,663 votes from the 1,019,602 recorded for Yusuf because the ballot papers were not stamped, signed, and dated as required by law. Get the details of that news coming to you from this Nigerian newspaper for this morning. Wike allocates 13.1 billion naira for FCT schools projects. The Minister of Federal Capital Territory (FCT), Nyesom Wike, has allocated the sum of 13.1 billion naira to finance projects in FCT primary and post-primary school in 2024. The project, according to the FCTA mandate Secretary for Education, Dr. Danlamin Hayo, include the renovation of schools across the 6 area council of FCT, the construction of toilets and provision of furniture for the schools in the area councils. You can get the details of that news coming to you from this Nigeria newspaper this month. Moving on to penpushing.com, one of our reliable online platform newspaper. You are architect of your removal as national chairman of All Progressive Congress, Amoson tells Oshiomole. Former governor of Ogun State, Senator Ibekunle Amoson, has tongue-lashed the former national chairman of the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, Adam Oshimole, over his comments that Amoson and some other governors were behind his removal as chairman of the party. Pen Pushing reports that Amoson, in reaction to Oshimole's claim, said, contrary to the former national chairman of the ruling party was responsible for his plight, which led to his removal, adding that he was distorting history, explaining that rather than exposing the ruling party to Existential threats during the stint as national chairman between 2018 to 2022. You can get the details of that news coming to you from Pen Pushing Newspaper online platform. Moving on to the Punch newspaper this morning. Emefiele operated 593 illegal US, UK, China account, CBN investigators. The former Central Bank of Nigeria governor, Godwin Emefiele, illegally lodged billions of naira in no fewer than 593 banks accounts in the United States, United Kingdom, and China without the approval of the Apex Bank Board of Directors and the CBN Investment Committee. The special investigator on the CBN and related entities, Jim Obaze, found that the ex-CBN governor lodged 543 billion in fixed deposit in UK alone without authorization. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Punch newspaper this morning. President Tinubu arrives Lagos for Christmas holiday. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Thursday evening arrived in Lagos from Abuja ahead of the Christmas celebration. The presidential jets, which conveyed the president, touched down at the presidential wing of the Muritala Muhammad International Airport, Ikeja, at 3:55 p.m. The president was received at the airport by the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, his deputy, Dr. Bafemi Hamza, among others. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Punch newspaper this morning. Ayedatiwa presents 384.5 billion naira budget to Ondo Assembly. The Ondo State Acting Governor, Mr. Lucky Ayedatiwa, on Thursday presented the 2024 appropriation bill to the state's House of Assembly. According to the acting governor, a sum of 384.533 billion naira was appropriated for both capital and recurrent expenditure for the coming fiscal year. Get the details of that news coming to you from the Punch newspaper this morning. And moving on to Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Low turnout, lack of cash, mar FG's 50% discount for travelers. Despite the recent intervention by the federal government, many passengers across Nigeria said they have shelved their plan to travel home for the Christmas and New Year holiday due to lack of money, among other issues. Get the details of that news coming to you from Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Oshiomhole for votes buying, Kwara PDP tells EFCC. The Kwara State chapter of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has called on the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to investigate Senator Adams Oshiomhole over his comments on the amounts his party, the All Progressive Congress, spent in some states during the 2019 elections. Speaking on Tuesday at the book launch of the former APC National Vice Chairman, Northwest Salihu Lukman, Oshiomhole, a former national chairman of the APC, recalled how the party spent about 3.2 billion naira to win the 2019 governorship election in 4 states. Get the details of that news coming to you from the Litros newspaper this morning. And it's time for us to bring our in-house analyst and public affairs commentator. He's a seasoned journalist and media consultant. I'm talking about no any other person, our own Salmon Salame. Good morning.
Very good morning to you, our amicable and amiable presenter, and our teaming super citizen listeners.
Let's start with the some of the top stories. Emefiele, ex-ministers, 14 others indicted in CBN probe, and all those money stashed in some banks. What's your take on that?
Well, I think we are beginning to see governance at its best that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is renowned for. We are now beginning to know exactly what transpired. We are beginning to see how our patrimony, our common inheritance was frittered. Is it not interesting or unfortunate to note that the former governor of CBN, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, allegedly lodged a lot of money in about 593 banks, both in UK, in China, and in US, and that he even lodged 453 billion euro in UK bank alone. Let us just wait and see how this turns out. We thank Mr. President for opening up the books, for showing that transparency in governance, for making Nigerians realize that this project called Nigeria is for all Nigerians, and that at the end of the day, he will run an open, transparent government. That is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We thank Mr. President. We are waiting to see how the cat jumps.
Also, sir, it is also as narrated in the story that about 14 ex-ministers and 14 others are also included. It's a work in progress, I guess.
Well, all the people involved, allegedly involved, both Godwin Emefiele, the ex-ministers, the 14 others, and some staff of CBN. If you are involved, you should have your day in court and tell Nigerians how you helped yourself allegedly to our common patrimony. It is our money. It is not your money. You are just holding it in trust for Nigerians. If it is proved that it was true that they helped themselves, then there should be consequence. There must be consequence. The era of impunity is gone.
It's over. The federal government yesterday assured Nigerians that the production of petrol and liquefied natural gas will resume at the Port Harcourt refinery after Christmas, and the test run is ongoing. What's your take on this? Is it good news to Nigerians?
Of course, it needs not be told. We need not tell Nigerians that this is good news. And one thing is very certain, and this is integrity in governance. You say what you do what you say. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised Nigerians that by December, the Port Harcourt refinery will swing into action. We have seen that this is a government, this is a president that will make a promise and that will deliver on the promise. Promise made, promise fulfilled. This is what government is all about. It is about restoring hope. It is a renewed agenda, and we are beginning to see it. It is becoming clearer by the day that the results of the policies will begin to yield fruitful results. We thank God that with patience we will see a new Nigeria, and the renewed hope will become a reality.
The House of Representatives yesterday summoned the Minister of Finance and National Planning and Budget and Governor of Central Bank to explain why commercial banks are not paying customer over the counter and automated teller machine ATM. What's your take?
My take is so simple, and it is just that we are happy at Citizen FM, and especially I'm very happy today that we now have the three arms of government working simultaneously for the people, and this is how it should be. For the House of Rep, members of the House of Representatives, who are our representatives, who are our ears and our eyes, for them to now call those concerned to come and tell Nigerians why there is scarcity of cash. It means the government is responsive and responsible enough to the yearnings and aspirations of Nigerians, and this is the way to go. It means the government is up and doing. It means the government is solely interested in the welfare and well-being of Nigerians. This is what government or governance is all about: the welfare and well-being and the protection of lives and property of the people. We now have a government that all of us can now proudly say, yes, we have a government in place, and all we can do is to keep on praying for them, keep on supporting them, so that at the end of the day we will say we are there, and Nigeria, our beloved country, will take a rightful place in the Committee of Nations.
It's time for us to allow our super citizen listeners to be part of this program, and you can do that by calling 0903 2229 797 0818 2222 205. I take that again: 0903 2222. I take that again, I beg your pardon: 0903 2229 797 and 0818 2222 205. These are the numbers you can use to get us on this program and make your contribution. And Mr. Salami is here with us. We have a caller here. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Hello. Your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm David. I'm calling from Maraba.
Okay. Go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, I want to talk to that analysis, but it's too much of president in government for so much thing.
Can you increase the level of your phone? We can't hear you very well.
Analysis, I want to talk to him that it's too much president in government for what we do.
So what do you think he should be doing?
What people are talking? Because government is doing well. It is what people are looking for.
Do you have alternative to what government is doing if they are not doing well?
They are not doing that. The talking of the people. Like this case for now. What is it not supposed to get people to the market to bring down their prices for the citizens?
Okay.
Can you provide things for the citizens?
Okay.
What has the government done that to the president too much? I don't like that. Thank you.
Okay, that's your opinion. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you calling us from?
My name is John Omale.
I didn't get that. Can you take it again?
My name is John Omale. I'm calling from Pati.
Okay, good morning.
I congratulate His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a job well done. And the same time, members of the Executive Cabinet, and also God gives the good landed at Lagos State for the Christmas period. The problem we have in Nigeria is that it has been so good if the production value will be functional. And at the same time, the issue of this guy, the very good question in the question Nigeria. How can the central government spend money in the proper direction of the money? And at the same time, the problem of the day, no element of the trees and bring out the very good quality of the money out than to accuse them directly. It's not to keep in prison. He must be granted by federal government, by government that is in Abuja here because it's not the country where good kind of office. You understand?
Yes.
I sent letter congratulating message to the Minister for Transport for approving the policy of the government on transport issue on that level matter. And I sent also Bola Ahmed Tinubu to grab the president in Nigeria to bring it to better. And finally, by next day, we hope right and added provisions to go at a high level for Nigerian citizens. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, though. Your quick reaction, please. Somebody said you are overpraising the president for doing good. And then somebody said you want to write a special letter to the president for doing all of this. What's your take?
Well, you see, one thing about journalism and is that that's what we call marketplace of opinion. People are free to express their opinion. Just as the man said that yes, we have been praising the government. He didn't tell us why we should not praise the government. His own was just that we should not praise the government. We will not listen to him.
It's his opinion.
We will not listen to him. He's entitled to that. We have said this times and times over that as Citizen FM, we will be critical if there is the need for us to be critical. Even while we are critical, we will not be hostile. And when it is necessary for us to praise the government, we will not hesitate to do that. That is the way to go. And that is what I think the way should be. Well, thank God that
moving on. Low turnout, lack of cash, MAF, FG 50% discounts for travelers, while some other people are thanking the federal government for this opportunity. What's your take?
Well, it is feasible to the blind. When you are doing good, you are doing good. And for doing good, all we can do is to praise you, to acknowledge the goodness you are doing, to acknowledge that you are delivering the bountiful dividends of democracy. If you are doing that, we have no alternative than to praise you. And if you are not doing so, we will challenge you that please do what you are elected to do. For the government to realize that this is the time to spread joy, even though I know that you must spread joy all the days of your stay in government. For saying that transport fare should go down or should be reduced by 50%, and that the train, the railway, should be free is commendable. It is something that should be applauded by all Nigerians. It only means that the government knows that this is the season that Nigerians would like to celebrate and be happy and perhaps reunite with their beloved ones. This is the time that we travel, quite many of us, and for the government to make it seamless and to reduce or lessen the pains of the people, we should appreciate the government. We should thank the government. And like one of our callers, Mr. Kennedy, will all say, God bless all the objective and positive-minded Nigerians.
Supreme Court reserves judgment, not reversed as earlier read by me. That's my mistake. Supreme Court reserves judgment in NNPP suit seeking to affirm Abba Yusuf as Kano State Governor. What's your take on this?
Well, there was a 6-hour fireworks at the Supreme Court yesterday, where the counsels to both Abba Yusuf and Gawuna, the former deputy governor to Ganduje, were having their case. Their case was being heard yesterday. And there was a 6-hour fireworks by eminent legal luminaries, the likes of Chief Wole Olanipekun, Chief Awomo Olo, and Barrister J. Olujimi. These are erudite legal luminaries. They address the Supreme Court on why or why not their submissions should be upheld. This is the beauty of democracy. This is how to go, and this is the way to go. This is the civilized way of resolving conflict, and the Supreme Court has reserved judgment. Let us keep our fingers crossed. Only the time we tell. Bet be it as it may, we should allow peace to reign, because at the end of the day, it is in the atmosphere of peace that we can have progress and development.
And the program is still Newspaper Review, coming to you from Citizen FM 93.7 here in Abuja. And you still have the opportunity to be part of this program as our super citizen listeners. And you can get us on this line by dialing 0903222997 and 0818222205. Architect of your removal as national chairman of All Progressive Congress, Amosun tells Oshiomhole. What's your take on this?
Well, this is the season of amusement, and we are really amused. We love what is going on because at times there is the need to laugh. When you laugh, it is therapeutic, and it will reduce your blood pressure.
Wow.
And this is a good development. You are the architect of your removal. Accusation and counter accusation. This is good politics to some extent. Well, Senator Adams Oshiomhole, the erstwhile national chairman of...
Please, I have to hold you on there.
Okay, sir.
Hello. Good morning. Your name and where are you calling us from? Hello.
Good morning, it's Clement from Araba.
Oh, Mr. Clement. Good morning. Mr. Salami has just referred to you this morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah, go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, I joined you very late. I'm just joining you now.
Okay.
Because I was like eating, then something came up. I have to switch over to something else. Sorry. Concerning our refinery, I have just hoping and praying that, in fact, it should be another second Niger bridge. Because when Buhari mentioned, at the mention of second Niger bridge, they said, oh, it's not doing anything. It's just not propaganda.
They said it is impossible.
That it has come to line, and then the PDP that started Buhari now just convened it. I just hope, I'm just praying fervently that it should be something that will come out as just like what we saw in second Niger bridge, so that those who are saying it's a propaganda of the highest order will see that at least we have to have something to at least to support our government. But I will continue to say this: whoever doesn't believe in Nigerian project, it is only that person that wants to remain stagnant. Nigeria will definitely move forward, and we are working in the path of greatness. And I want to commend my president that he has never disappointed me. I pray he should not disappoint Nigeria. Thank you. Have a good day.
And you too. And you too. Your man has just spoken again.
Well, we thank God for some Nigerians who see good things in what the government is doing. We are not here as the mouthpiece of the government. No, far from it. Citizen FM is an independent radio station. But we adhere strictly to the ethics of journalism profession. And we will always present all the sides. It is not our duty to judge or to tell Nigerians what to believe or what not to believe. What we will do is this: present the facts, all the sides, and let the people make or take their own decision. That's what we are doing here. Like we keep on saying, and we continue to say it, that we will be critical if there is the need to be critical, but we will never be hostile. Those who think we should be hostile, they will be disappointed. Those who knows that, who wants us to be critical, when there is the need to be critical, they will be happy that yes, we are sensitive and alive to the yearnings and the aspirations of Nigerians. This is what we stand for: truth and objectivity. We will pursue it.
Quickly, let's take the 11 justices designate of the Supreme Court who were cleared yesterday by the Senate will be sworn in next week. What's your take on this, and what is the need for Nigerians?
It is a good development because justices of the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the highest court of the land, and this is about the first time that will be having the full list of 21 justices under Honorable Justice Kayode Ariwola, the CJN, the Chief Justice of Nigeria. He has achieved this, and it's no mean feat. Nigeria is working. Nigeria will work better. Nigeria will be great. And this will happen in our own lifetime.
By God's grace.
This is how to be patriotic. we must think well of Nigeria, speak well of Nigeria, market Nigeria, promote Nigeria, because we don't have any other country than Nigeria. It shall be well with this country.
Amen. This is much we can take on newspaper review for this morning. Thank you, Mr. Salami, for always being there, and thanking all the Super Citizen listeners who have called in and who have been listening to us. My name is Okikiola Cousin. Tomorrow is another day. Stay out of trouble.